focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm getting green right. Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Hey you all, we are ready to entertain you today. Do you know what time it is? It's time for Breaking the Silence. There you go. We got some good coffee, right? Because we got all this energy.
Yes.
We got all this vibe today. But today will be something special. But before we spoil it, first, we want to introduce ourselves because, again, we don't want to be rude and be polite. So let me introduce myself. My name is Angeli.
I'm Nori.
I'm Shaitia.
And again, welcome to Breaking the Silence. Your now new favorite talk show.
Yes.
Well, if you haven't heard of it, maybe this is your first time. Well, let me tell you, because today will be special. We have a special guest on our show today.
So excited to speak to her.
We have the co-founder of Jane's Special Packs, Miss Edith Bellizaire. Hi, how are you, Miss Edith? So later on, we're going to be speaking with her. Also, we have something going on today, a little entertainment. Movie Meltdown.
Oh, goodness.
You know that the Oscars just came around, a few weeks ago. So we are going to be...
I already want to put it out there.
her.
We have people who like to cheat.
Well, I mean, last time we
so
played
I'm
the
just
game,
gonna
there
put
was
it out
some
there,
cheating
okay?
happening.
I wonder who is the real cheater.
Once you have the answers, help me
viewers,
out.
you know who's who. So let's all soak that in. We are going to be talking to our very special guest today. We're going to have some entertainment. So it's going to be a fully loaded show. However, we're going to go and take a break because I know we got to get ready, have all our pens for questions maybe that you do have for Miss Edith. But right now, let's go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Are you feeling weak and worn down by life? The Word of God says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Call now, 888-332-4141. People of faith are standing by, ready to pray for and encourage you. You were never meant to carry your burdens alone.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
We are back, and this is Movie Meltdown. And a hint for all of you and for us as well. Hint, hint, Oscars. Okay? So we are going to have like some questions. And of course, we have multiple choice, which I am really, really thankful for, because if not with the multiple choice, I would not have no idea of the answers. However, we do have some co-hosts that are more like known with all these movies, but then we are going to move on and actually go on to our first question. Ready, ladies?
Yes.
I am ready. Let's go.
All right, so our first one. Let's take a look at the question.
We've been talking about moving in to Chip's house, all of us. You'd have your own room, and he's got a ping pong table. That'd be good, right?
I don't know.
Why not?
Okay, we have a hint.
Okay, well, yes, thank you for that hint.
A memoir of a family and culture in crisis.
Okay, all right, so that's the hint. And we do have the multiple choice. All right.
Yes. A, hillbilly elegy. B, The Father. C, Pieces of a Woman. Or D, The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Why? Why are you guys making this hard?
Okay, I'm gonna put this based off of how the scenario looked. So I'm gonna put this.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I'm
I might
just
be
guessing.
wrong, but based
guessing.
off of how it looked, stop putting two answers. You
Just
the
one.
cheater.
No,
It's
it's
one or
better
the
to be
other.
safe than sorry.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Time to show your chords. Ready?
I put A.
I put B. Oh,
Who's right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because it look, she looks like a hillbilly.
No, I just put B.
Well, I mean,
You guys made this really hard.
Yeah.
This isn't fair.
Did you hit her?
No.
Okay, all right.
Tia low-key got the
Now
answers
you
before
got
the show.
answer.
I told
Okay.
y'all have to keep
That was
an
just a
eye out
warm up.
for Tia.
Warm up.
Okay. Maybe
All right.
this is my payback.
Oh.
The one point that she's
All
holding
right.
on to. Okay.
So let us go to our next video. We ready for that one, ladies?
Yeah.
All right, let us watch it.
Exactly am I.
You're Anthony.
Anthony. Yes. Anthony is a nice name. Anthony, don't you think?
It's a very nice name.
It's a very nice name, Anthony. All right. And we have the hint. So the hint is a man refuses all assistance from his daughter as he ages. Okay. All right. So we do have the multiple choices, which are A, Judas and the Black Messiah, B, Nomadland, C, Minari, or D, The Father. Okay. Just because of
right?
Is it really that? Okay.
Is it that obvious?
I don't know.
Let's
I'm going to
see.
just stick with that one. I'm going to go ahead and wing it. I don't remember seeing this movie.
Okay, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
I just put the
D.
Father. Hopefully we're right. Or no?
Please say it's
Yes! Okay. All right.
All
okay.
right.
At least
Finally.
we listen to our
I'm on the map, y'all. I'm on the map.
Okay.
Yeah, just because of the hint.
Yeah.
That helped
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
So, y'all ready for the next one?
Yes.
No, but I have no choice, so let's go.
Let us see the next one.
All righty.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely, more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed.
Okay, so it says
Hint, yes.
a woman in her 60s, after losing everything in the Great Recession, embarks on a journey through the American West.
Oh, I think I know this. Maybe not.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of
the
sort of
answers
familiar
are
with this.
A, the United States versus Billie Holiday, B, Nomadland, C, Pieces of a Woman, D, Promising Young Woman. Okay, I know. I don't know
debating
this, but I'm
with
thinking it's this one.
Based on the...
I'm gonna be like Nori and put 2 answers.
No 2 answers, just one.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
B.
Please say it's that.
I put C as well.
Okay.
You put C. Okay.
I put
she
B
put C.
first. I put B up top and at the
Okay.
bottom was
Yeah.
C. Okay.
Okay, we're doing okay so far. So far, so good. So far, so good.
All right. Okay. So we're doing
Not bad.
well. I see a C. Okay. So I guess we can go to the next clip.
Yes,
All
let's
right.
go.
Keep on going.
어디 일어나봐. 옳지. 자, 오케이. 자, 걸어봐. 아이고, 스트롱 보이. 스트롱 보이. 어디?
Okay. I think I know this one, but wait. The hint: a Korean American family moves to an Arkansas farm in search of its own American dream. I know the actress. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. A. Minari, B. Mank, C. The White Tiger, or D. Mulan.
If anybody puts D. That was my favorite movie.
So
growing
Mulan.
up,
Okay,
so
no
I know it
Mulan,
is
all right?
Anthony
No
Kidding.
Mulan. No Mulan, please. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're ready.
Ready?
1, 2,
2, 3.
Time to show your chords.
It's A. Yes.
Bam!
Right.
Yes.
We're pretty good at
Yes.
this one.
Listen, we're on a roll. I thought this was
Okay.
going to be really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, It's hard, but we're making it.
The multiple choice is helping. And the hint too.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
so are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
We are ready. Let us have it.
What is you? I don't see your name in lights.
Oh, I just play the piece, whatever they want. I don't criticize other people's music.
I ain't like you, Color. I got talent.
Oh.
Me and this horn, we's tight. If my daddy had a note I was gonna turn out like this, he would have named me Gabriel. Oh. I'm gonna get me a band and make me some records. What is you?
All right, okay, so let us look at the hint. Inspired by the career of an influential blues singer.
I know this
You know this
one.
one? All right, so here goes the multiple choice. A, Emma. B, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. C, the United States versus Billie Holiday. Or D, a love song for Latasha. Oh my God.
I love this one.
I don't know this. I'm just guessing
I honestly
because.
don't know this one, so I'm definitely going to.
It's not what you think it is.
Yeah,
Don't
I
say that.
think so
It's
too.
not what you think it is.
I was just. It's because I just saw this. I saw the title.
I wrote an answer already, right?
I saw the title.
But based on what Tia says, I'm gonna switch it up real quick. But should I be wrong because I switched it, I need to get Tia's point. All right?
Let's
Deal.
see.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
They said no. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2,
Let's go.
1. B.
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 Yeah.
You're welcome. Yes.
Did you put D?
I
No,
put
she put
D.
D
Oh,
because of the love
yeah.
song.
No, I thought you would have put Billie Holiday because she
No.
was like a famous singer.
I put D. All right. Okay, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
We're doing all right. Do we got any more? Do we have any more?
No.
I think we do. Yes, we do.
Okay.
And you most certainly won't remember the girl who you threatened and bullied till she dropped her case.
I remember her. Nina? Was that it? I'm sorry, I don't remember her full name, but... It was Nina, though, wasn't it?
I've never seen this one. I don't think
So
I have.
the hint, a troubled young woman haunted by a traumatic past as she navigates balancing forgiveness.
Okay.
So, A, Mank. B, Pieces of a Woman. C, a love song for Latasha. D, Promising Young Woman.
Okay.
I'm torn.
Yeah, between
I'm torn between two.
Yeah. Oh no. The
I'ma
other
just
one is
go
an
ahead and
obvious
wing it.
one. The other one is an obvious one. The other one is not an obvious
All
one.
right.
Okay.
I'm winging it, y'all.
But I'm just gonna go with this.
I'm winging it. Winging it.
Okay.
I might get this
I'm ready.
wrong.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. D.
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 No, what? You put
No,
B.
you
put you put B, Nori.
No.
D.
No, that was a B.
And we see who the
She
cheater
put
is.
B.
All the D. You see
Can
it
we
right
see who
there.
the
Y'all can
cheater
all
is?
You
see
see
that
in
D.
action. You
Come
saw
on.
it. In
No, Nori, you may not get a point. You asked for a point so much.
What in the world? Man, this is
So I'm so
unfair.
sorry. So no point.
Sorry, no sorry.
point.
Half a point. Half a point.
No.
Okay, no
But
problem.
maybe you can redeem yourself
Yeah.
with this last
the
one.
last one.
All right, come on, let us see it. Let us see.
Get us off your case and you'll never see us again.
You think I'm gonna stop singing that song? Your grandkids will be singing Strange Fruit.
You know the. Oh, sorry. Let me read this.
Yes.
Okay, so this intimate tale of a fair trailblazer whose defiance through music helped usher in the civil rights movement. So I was gonna say that the actress who plays her, she didn't smoke, But after like doing this movie, she developed the habit of smoking because of she had to smoke so much. So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, well let us go into the multiple choice questions. Bam.
So, A, One Night in Miami. B, Judas and the Black Messiah. C, The United States versus Billie Holiday. D, The Trial of Chicago. The Trial of the Chicago 7.
So this is tough for me.
I already know the answer.
Can you give me the answer?
I don't know.
I'm just
okay, it's not on this side.
Oh, okay. I got it. I hope this is the one. Hold on.
That was
You know
such
what?
a good hint.
All right.
Yeah, it's just
All right, let's go. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Is it? Oh.
It's C.
I put D.
It's C. The Chicago 7.
I just.
Well, I put that too.
Yeah, just see?
Really? I gave you.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't this side, so.
Oh goodness.
I should have said it's not on the bottom.
Yeah.
That would have helped. Sorry.
Okay. All right then.
Oopsie.
You did that on purpose. It's okay though.
I didn't know it was
I forgive you. I'm not gonna be salty against her.
Okay, fine. You get this one.
That's because she's always watching movies 24/7.
I know, right? Where did she get that time? Okay.
Congrats. Air Fry, girl.
Congratulations.
Bam.
I tried to help y'all, to be fair.
Yeah, you did actually.
She sure didn't, but it's okay. It's fine.
She disagrees.
Okay.
Nora here disagrees. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that segment. But after this break, we are going to go and interview Miss Edith. So make sure that you tune in for that because we do have a lot of questions for her. So let's go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Yes.
The show isn't over yet. Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Are you in need of prayer? Call 1-888-332-4141 or text 1-888-312-4141. You don't have to suffer in silence.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
Explore the road to success with inspiring guests, motivational tips to change your life for the better, and entrepreneurs advertising their business. Now, today's guest.
We are back and look who's here with us now, Miss Edith Bellizaire, the co-founder of Jane's Special Packs. Welcome, Miss Edith.
Pleasure to have you.
It's so great for you to be
So before we ask you the questions about the nonprofit and about yourself, we do have a special question that we ask our viewers, but first we want to ask it to you. Okay, is that going to be fine? All right. So our question of the day that we want to ask you and our viewers as well, it's what's a recent moment when you felt truly empowered?
Okay, so this week has been a busy week, but on Monday, I actually went to a local high school and I was able to deliver 3,000 supplies.
Wow.
They are a women's group and they wanted to provide menstrual care supplies in all 170 classrooms, so no one would have to walk all the way to the nurse. So it just felt so good going in the school today, Monday, with the big tote and the bags, and then to walk in the hallways and just know that it's going to help so many people. So it was just so exciting, and it felt good.
That was truly empowering. I could just imagine. Wow, thank you for that, Miss Edith.
Nice.
I know you all can, although you can't maybe top it off, but can we top that off? Well, maybe you still have a recent, event or happening that happened to you that you felt empowered. So don't be shy to share it with us. We actually have our QR code that's going to show up in your screen. There you go. It's Breaking the Silence _ talk show. So share it with us, and later on in the show, we're going to be reading some of your answers. But going back to Miss Edith and her nonprofit. So Miss Edith, before you actually founded Jane's Special Packs, there is a story, and this story is really moving, it's really touching. Can you tell us about your mother who actually helped you or inspired you about this nonprofit as well?
Yes, so my mother's name is Claudia Jane, and so when I was growing up, it is something that she always used to do. She was a PE teacher at a local high school in Selma, Alabama.
Okay.
And so we would always buy extra pads. I would bring my old clothes, or she would buy extra pair of panties, just different things to have in her office. And so growing up, I would always like, why are you always getting all this extra stuff?
Yeah.
And so she would say, well, you never know when somebody is in need. So she made sure that her students had supplies if they needed it, and they would dress out, and if they had an accident, she would go wash their clothes in the gym.
nice.
So she just made sure that if anybody needed anything, she was there to help support them, which inspired me. My daughter is 11 now, but that's her age range of becoming a woman.
Yeah.
And so it hit me where I have to start having that talk now. And so birth Jane's Special Packs, because there are a lot of people that aren't having the conversations. And so I want to make sure that we're out there and I'm able to push the things my mother taught me, and that Paige can come with me and share that information, because sometimes they want to hear from someone that's their age.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
And you even started your own menstrual journey at a very, very young age, 9.
Yes,
That
I was
is
9.
young.
It
That
is. And so
very
even though I
young.
knew about
Yeah.
it, and she told me, it still was a little shameful to me.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't talk to my friends about it.
Right.
You know, and I'm going to the bathroom and I'm waiting to open
Yeah.
it because everybody else was just playing. They weren't worried about a cycle.
Right,
And
right,
so it was just like, I felt like I was alone in that journey. And so I don't want anyone to feel that.
Yeah.
And so I always try to share my story with everyone when we go out.
No, go ahead.
Because you started Jane's Special Packs in 2022. So what was that breaking moment for you that you knew, like, I have to do something? Like, what was that tipping point that made you want to start it?
So what made me want to start it is because my daughter was at that point.
Okay.
And it was like, I have to have these conversations. And so we did that. And then we went ahead and applied for our 501c3. And then that light bulb was like, okay, this is for real. Like, we're serious.
It's happening.
And yes, and then Harris County Public Library reached out to me and she says, hey, I'm going to start this care corner. Would you help put menstrual care supplies in our care corner? And then I had the first packing party, is what we call it, and I received over 10,000 donations for the first packing party. So I was like, this is gonna work. I just have to put the faith in it, and I just kept pushing, and I'm here with you guys today.
So, Miss Edith, I saw this in your website, the statistics. 1 in 4 individuals face challenges of who cannot afford menstrual care products. So, about poverty, right? And menstruation. So, can you let us know about that? Like, because they don't fully understand the scale of the issue. They probably just see it as one more that they're not able to have accessible products. However, there's more into that. So, can you just explain to our viewers about that?
Yes, so when I first started the organization, people were like, oh, you're giving out menstrual care supplies. They didn't think about the period poverty that people are facing. And so when you're faced with buying groceries, you know, eggs are high, or your child's in school and they have the fees or the fundraisers, they don't think, hey, there's a necessity. That's something that people go through every month. It's a natural process, and it's something that you need. So there are a lot of individuals that's just not their priority. And so the pads and the tampons or whatever they decide to use from the supplies is the last thing on the list. So there's so many students, there's so many women that miss work. So 1 in 4 women miss work, or children miss school because they can't afford the supplies. And we don't want them using the tissue, the newspapers, the t-shirts. So I try to tell people, imagine that there's a student, and so say they have their period 5 days out of the week, and they're missing school. So that's 5 days, and say they're at school 10 months, that's 50 days out of 180. So how can that child keep up? So that's why we really do target a lot of schools. We have over 23 schools right now that we give supplies to, and we give to them quarterly. You know, the first time I usually give 100 to 200 supplies to them, and then I call them back and I make sure I go back, because I don't want a student not going to school because they don't have the supplies. Or even pain. A lot of students are going through pains, the nurses say, and they aren't going to the physician. They don't know when too much pain is time to go to the doctor, so they're staying at home. And so we just want to educate them on when it's pain, not normal, and then where can you get the supplies from.
Wow.
Okay. And so for this, like the classes and the education that you teach, is it only for girls or is it boys and girls? Like how does it go?
It's boys and girls. So I have a son and he has come to my workshop. He says, Mama, you forgot. You got to say this. So yes, because I want my son to be the one that if he sees a girl and she has an accident, he's giving her his jacket. Okay? Or if his sister calls and he needs to go to the store, he knows where to go and not be embarrassed about it. So boys can come. I've had boys come to our workshops and I've had them take supplies. Now they may want to hide it in their backpack to take it home, but they live in a house full of sisters. And so they're gonna run into it. They're gonna know their sister may have an attitude, you know, or be not feeling well. And so they need to know how to understand those things. So we welcome boys, we welcome moms. I have moms that come and I say, well, how was that conversation? Because you know, sometimes our daughters don't want to listen to us. They want to hear from someone else. And so that's okay. They come and we have that conversation together.
I like that.
I was going to say, I think it's important because, like, I have brothers. So my brothers, they learned about that. Like, my mom would tell them those things, like, oh, leave your sister alone right now. But my husband he grew up with just only brothers. And so when we got married, he didn't know. He didn't know like what to buy and all of that. Like, of course, now he does, but in the beginning, it was like really hard, and it is kind of like a taboo for like, you know, you're kind of embarrassed, a little shy. So it was hard for me to have that talk with him, you know, because I'm like shy and nervous. So I think it's good for them to learn at such a young age as well.
And I like that you include everyone because, and that's exactly where I was gonna get at too, because I remember a story of a young lady that she also did have she started her menstrual journey at a very young age, earlier than her mom anticipated. So her mom had never had that conversation with her. And when she got her first period, it was actually in school. She felt, you know, very warm and like something's not right, and she didn't know what to do. So she was panicking and stuff. So what advice would you have for the moms who still haven't considered having that talk, or, you know, having that talk with their daughters or even their brothers or their sons as well? That way everyone can be included, and something like what happened to that young little girl doesn't need to happen, because she was just in panic thinking, oh my gosh, I really hurt myself, I injured myself, what do I need to do? When all along it was just that she had started.
So I just encourage everyone to just have the open conversation, right? There are signs, and so we talk about at the workshop, you know, the budding, hair on the legs, so you grow. And so we have to watch those signs when a period may be starting, and even the pediatrician will talk to you and tell you. And so I've always been open and honest with my children. If I'm gonna have a talk with him, I'm probably gonna have a talk with her as well. And so we discuss, hey, you're gonna start having changes with your body, and this is what'll happen. You're gonna get older. You may feel a little moody. You may have some cramps. And so even Paige, she carries around a period pack, and it's in her backpack. So when that moment comes, she doesn't feel like she has no one to go to. She can go to the backpack and she can pull it out. So once you start noticing those changes in the body, I just say go ahead and make a pack, put it in a backpack, and tell them. And I think what's important, not just inform them about what a period is, but show them how to use the product.
That's important step, please.
That is a must. Whether they use a pad, a tampon, or even the new things that are on the market, they need to know how to use it, because in that moment, you know, you're feeling hot, you're cramping, you're in the bathroom, it's like, oh, it's here.
What do I do? How do I use it?
How do I open it? This is plastic. Do I put it down? Do I put it up? Do I flap the wings? I mean, it's so much. It's complicated. In the midst of that moment. So teach them, you know, to open up one, show them how to actually put it on the panties and wrap it around. It's very important. You may not think it is, but it is.
Is there any like a success story that you could think of right now that impacted you as well in the organization?
So we had one young person come with her mom, and so I think what's happening now around menstrual care and women's health is that people are now talking about the other issues women face, like PCOS or endometriosis.
Yes.
I had PCOS myself and had extreme periods, and so people just were not talking about it. You didn't know, and so the mother came and she has PCOS, and then she was saying that her daughter was having extreme pain, and so I was able to work with her and get some information because I've had friends that have gone through endometriosis and had issues with that, to give her some referrals, some doctors that she can go to, because no one wants to suffer through that. I've had bad cramps, and it makes you want to just stay at home. And so then I know this child is not going to school, so I wanted to get them to help and say, hey, go to a doctor, talk to the pediatrician first, and move forward so she can get some help there. You know, sometimes Tylenol or Advil is just not going to work.
What is the most rewarding part of your work that you just love and enjoy?
Okay, so when I start the workshops, everybody's so shy. I do a icebreaker. My period is. Tell me what it is. I say mine is gone because I've had a hysterectomy. It's out of there. Okay? I buy white jeans. But the girls, they'll say, oh, I don't have it yet, or I was crampy. And then by the end of the workshop, when we do our empowerment and say, you know, we own this. This is ours. This is natural. It's nothing to be ashamed about. Just to see their faces. And something my daughter says, she says, I got you. So if you see someone in need, I got you. So I do really push the advocacy, the peer advocacy, and to see them kind of come together and feel like we're all going through this together. It doesn't matter the age. We've been there, okay? And just to see their faces and they're so excited, it just makes me feel like, okay, I've gotten through to them, and I know they're gonna go share this with someone else and have that empowerment and not be ashamed of it, because that's kind of, you don't talk about it, you keep it quiet. And now they're able to go to school and be proud about it and not have to hide that. You know, go to the bathroom with your purse or sticking it up your arm or in your pocket. They can just walk to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom. You know, it is what it is.
You know, you talk about your daughter, Paige, right? Because she's actually the co-founder of this nonprofit. And how old is she?
She's 11 now.
She's 11, people. She's 11. So how was it working with your daughter, and what kind of perspective does she bring in a nonprofit? Because, you know, I'm sure she has like fresh ideas, fresh perspective, like, you know, compared to an adult, right? And how does that diversify this organization?
So she comes in and she brings the young perspective. She's like, Mama, you're talking too much. They don't want to hear all that. So she keeps me on track. And so when I have her do the supplies, it's really nice to see, because she has questions that I don't necessarily think about. Like, well, what does the tampon look like when it gets wet? Like, how big is it gonna get? And so she shows them, and to come from the perspective of someone that is young and those questions that they have, it is just amazing to see that. And she also helps me with the social media side. I have her doing some of those Canva flyers to make sure she keeps me hip and engaging with the social media content. So, and then she also learns about the donation side, the packing party. She helps me do the counting, making sure we keep those stats so we can apply for grants and get extra funding.
That's great, Miss Edith. However, we do have more questions for you, but right now we're gonna give our viewers a break, and us as well. Maybe they do have more questions, so let's go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back. You are watching Breaking the Silence.
Oh well, I guess today is really a special day for all of you viewers, because we added one more special guest. Did you guess it? Yes, it is Paige, the co-founder of Jane's Special Pack.
Hello,
Hi, Paige.
Hi. How are you? You all right?
Are you nervous? No, V. This is your profession. Like, you are pro in this. So I want to ask you this question. How has been your experience working with your mom, Miss Edith, and also working with other kids your age, like with everything in the organization?
Well, it is hard being like the person that a lot of people follow. So I get really nervous, but I still end up pushing through and helping other people understand about periods.
Okay, interesting. And have you ever had another young girl that really didn't, understand much about it, and you were able to kind of like speak to them, make them feel comfortable, let them know that it's okay, and just walk them through the entire process? How was it?
It was interesting, like telling someone who has no idea about periods how it works and like the products and like symptoms and stuff. So I'm glad that I'm educated about it.
Okay.
That is
all right.
great.
That is good. And listen, you have a great teacher.
Yeah, I know.
Right next to you.
So can you educate us a little bit? We actually see a container here. So can you tell us more about what the products are in this container?
Okay. So we have some packs that we give out.
Okay.
So this, it has 5 pads in it.
Okay.
And then it has 5 wipes in it.
Okay.
And in this one, we have 5 tampons, 5 panty liners, and 5 wipes in here.
Okay.
And then this is like a small tampon right here. And we have just an ordinary pad.
Okay.
And then we have, actually, there's now like reusable panties that people can use, and it has padding in it.
Okay.
And you can just wear this at night, or you can double stack with a pad.
Okay.
And then we have a reusable pad.
Educate us on that, please.
You just like clip it around your panties like this.
Oh. Interesting. I had never seen that one before.
Like this. And you just put it in the washing machine and wash it and reuse it.
Okay. Interesting.
And then there's also a menstrual cup.
Okay.
So you just like fold it up, stick it up, and then like it just holds it for a few hours.
Okay.
And then there's actually something that we just learned about. It's a disc, and you do it the same like a menstrual cup. And people have actually said it helped a lot with cramps and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it also helps with the cramps.
Yeah, so these are some of the sustainable things. So for those that can't afford to always buy the pads and the tampons, I wish period panties were around when I was younger, because then you don't have to always constantly check.
Yeah.
So this is you don't have to even have a pad to use that.
Okay.
And then as far as the menstrual cup and the disc, these are reusable. You wash them. Make sure your hands are clean when you take them out, and then you can reuse this every time your cycle is on.
Okay, interesting. And with because I see that one is kind of like a kiddie's one. They have the panty,
they have these for adults. They sell them at the Walmart, the Target. They sell them everywhere.
Okay.
So, like I said, I wish these were around.
Yes.
They are new. A lot of different companies are getting on board with this.
Right.
And it just helps you, like some people use it at night, but some people use it all the time.
Yeah.
And they even have swimwear.
Oh,
you can swim while you're on your period. Don't believe the myth.
Listen, I'm so glad that you said the word myth right now.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. What are some misconceptions or myths that you want to debunk when it comes to periods?
Some we've heard is you can't exercise. No, exercise is definitely encouraged. It keeps your body moving. It helps with cramping. We were told one where they had to keep covered. They had to wear socks, a jacket. They couldn't go outside. You had to stay bundled up because you're open.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that. And sports, go out, play the sports.
Right.
You may have to decide which product is best for you when you're playing the sport, but you can be as active as possible when your period is on. So don't believe that the swimming is the main one. Oh, and people say you can't wash your hair when your period's on. That is not true.
Please
Don't
wash
listen to
your
those
hair.
things. This is a normal thing, and you can do do everything that you do when your period is not on.
Okay, y'all hear that? Y'all took notes? Yes, y'all did. I'm pretty sure y'all did. If you didn't take notes. So Paige, so whenever you're helping your mom, you know, doing these presentations and these workshops, you take the time and you explain all of these items to the young girls and stuff and just educate them as well, just the way your mom is educating you, right?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. And what is most rewarding about it, about doing this along with your mom?
What's rewarding about it is that, like, I just know that people aren't, like, afraid to just go to the bathroom or, like, even ask for a pad.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
And for someone like, you know, you're 11, right? And you already have so many, like, information about this. Like, some of us isn't even new for us. And it's good because from your perspective, like your mom, we were asking your mom that you actually have some fresh ideas, like, you know, questions that maybe even her would not even think about, because you know what, you know, kids your age, like, think about, what they're curious about. So how is that for you when you tell your mom, oh, Mom, what about this? What about this question? Are you like just open about it, or you're kind of like thinking maybe Mom is not gonna consider this?
I do ask her the question. I don't I kind of hesitate, but it's mostly open.
It's mostly open. That's good. That's good. Paige, thank you so much. You are a brave young lady, and I appreciate and thank you for everything that you do, helping your mom with this as well, because I know maybe kids are not going to feel comfortable to speaking to an adult, but since you know and you're helping your mom, you can definitely be able to help your mom on that. So thank you. Air five. Bam! There we go. So I do have another question, which would be for Miss Edith. So when it comes, and this is such a great job that you do, when it comes to funding and getting all of these projects, these pads, these packets, you know, how is it? And because of prices are going up now, and I know that, you know, funding and, you know, the support is very, very important nowadays. How is it that you go about in getting these fundings in order to do what you did this past Monday, you know, at that high school? How do you go about it?
So a lot of our donations are from community members. They can go to our website and go to our Amazon wish list. We have all the products that we use and we pass out. And so they usually go on and click that. And then we also have corporate partners. We have done 2 corporate partnerships where they have women groups at their companies, and they invite us in and they get the supplies, and then we have a good time and have a packing party right there on site. And also, we work with some civic and social organizations. Last year, we worked with Sigma Gamma Rho, and they did a virtual drive, and then we met up and did a packing party, and then we went to Texas Southern and works with the chapter on site and actually passed out those period supplies. So different organizations we try to partner with, and then we also are building some collaborations in the city where we can work, because sometimes you know, we can build our resources together.
There you go.
So relationship building is really big for me, and getting out there and then gathering the data so I can apply more for grants that are out there. So we're working hard, and we know that the economy is changing, and sometimes we will be facing those challenges, but we're just going to keep putting the information out there and know that we want people to go to work, we want people to go to school, and we want to make sure they are using the appropriate supplies that they need.
Awesome. That is amazing. I love what you are doing. Is there anything, any events, maybe upcoming events that you have going on? You know, where do you see, you know, the organization in 5 years from now? Let us know.
Yes. So on March the 10th, which is Monday, we are with my collaborator, We Got Us, Houston. We're gonna do a Instagram live and a Facebook live, so make sure you tune in. And we're gonna talk about an event coming up March 29th. It is called Periods and Preparedness, Building Families for Resistance. And because we're in Houston, hurricanes come, and you know, we're grabbing the water, the bread, the ham. We're not thinking about the period supplies or formula or diapers that we may need for our family. So we want to go ahead and have that conversation ahead of hurricane season, and talk to them about the things that they may forget about but need, because you know sometimes our period is not going to come when we think it is. So we just want to prepare them and have them have these resources on an emergency pack stash in that emergency kit, so they're prepared, as well as we're going to have this summer again, Paige and I will be doing our Let's Talk period. So we already have some Harris County Public Libraries that already have invited us back this summer, and they're free. So you can come out and meet Paige and I in person, and learn about period, what to expect, have that empowerment, know how to advocate for yourself when you go to the doctor.
And I'm sure that, you know, all of them, like those who are receiving the support, right, all the supplies and also the workshops as well, they're very thankful for this. But now let's talk about self-care. Because again, women's health is important. So what will be some tips that you could give now to the mothers, or even now to beginners, right? They're just beginning their menstrual cycles and they don't know how to take care of themselves. Nobody is there, as you said, sometimes nobody's there to really talk to them one-on-one about it. Or for mothers who don't really know how to talk to their children about self-care, what could be like some tips that you can give them?
So something me and Paige and I do, we make sure we take time, we wash our face, we put our patches on, and that is kind of our time to have that conversation. Like, I think it's very important for us to listen to our bodies and know when something is wrong, and then have that conversation on this is what I'm feeling. So it's more so an open dialogue about what's going on. But take that time, because I know us as women, we sometimes do not rest. I'm still learning. I'm still learning that. But sometimes you just need to sit down and take a break, whether that's to watch that favorite show. But teaching her now that early, that we don't always have to constantly be on the go. And I think that's something that we do, and then when our periods come, we're still moving, and then we're exhausted, and then we get sick. So trying to teach her that early. It's okay to sit down and relax and listen to your body and say, hey, I'm feeling this way, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna get my heating pad, or I'm gonna take my coffee or hot cocoa or whatever it is and relax. And so I try to teach the girls about that too, just sitting down, doing something that you just want to do, and sometimes we don't do that.
And you know, how can the community get involved, you know, because I for one remember always going to the nurse at like going to get, you know, a pad or something when it came on unexpectedly during school. So how can someone who maybe they benefited from going to the nurse or something and they want to help this new generation, how can they give back?
Well, I encourage you to go to our website, which is www.janespecialpacks.org, and donate. And if you don't have time to go pick up some pads or want to go to the Amazon wish list, there is a way you can give monetarily. 100% of our donations go back to buying supplies and providing resources for those in need of period supplies or education. Or I've had a person say, hey, I have some extra pads. You want to come pick them up? And I go and I pick them up, because we always can use them. This summer at some of our workshops, we will have packing parties where we'll pack those supplies, because when August comes up, school supplies, period supplies are school supplies. So we're going to be making sure we give those supplies to those schools, that the girls will have it when school starts. So we always take donations, the Amazon wish list, or monetary donations.
So for those who actually want to volunteer, you've given your website, but they want to personally contact you, how can they do that?
They can email me at janespecialpacks@gmail.com. And there is a link on the website where you can click and it'll take you to my email address.
Thank you so much, Miss Edith. I'm sure that you've raised so much awareness.
And Paige, too.
Yes, Paige. Thank you too, Paige. Thank you so much. But right now we're switching gears, and we're actually going to go to our question of the day. All right, so for those of you who missed our question of the day, let's refresh your mind. And for those of you who are just tuning in, let's read that for you. So our question is, What's a recent moment when you felt truly empowered? And again, we have already lovely viewers who've already sent in their responses. And our first one is coming from Yan. When I won an argument against my brother at a dinner party, I'll never forget the color draining out of his face when he realized he was wrong.
Oh my goodness. And there you were just rubbing it in his face, weren't you? Oh,
I told you so.
You definitely had a feast with that. Oh goodness. All right. Thank you for that one. We do have our next comment, which is from Melanie. Some sales guy tried to swindle me when I was buying a new car. So I pulled out my calculator and called him out. That's what I'm talking about, Melanie. You know, people be trying to run game, but Melanie's like, not today. You got the wrong one, okay?
Yes. Okay, and we have our last comment from Bala. Got a new haircut after my breakup, and I'm loving my new look. Yes, girl, get it together.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Anthony wants to get her haircut.
I know, I want to get it chopped like that too. Maybe very soon. That's good. Thank you so much for our viewers who gave their comments. But now let's ask our co-host.
Tia, come on, let's go.
What is a recent moment?
Yes, share it. We want to know.
I think a recent moment for me is actually facing my fear and doing something that I felt like I couldn't do. But then I did it and I overcame it. So that is like, you know, that sense of like, wow, I did it. You know, I felt empowered because I didn't think I could and I actually did it.
All right, go Tia. I'm proud of you, Air 5 girl.
All
Bam.
How about you, Nori? She got me first. Well, recently I was talking to my husband and I was really asking him, like, you know, this topic. And because the way I said it, right? The way I said it, you know, kind of prepared the moment and everything. So he actually listened because there are times that sometimes we just want something or wanted to discuss something with them, but it's not the right time. Or sometimes we are in the heat of the moment and the emotions are running high. So sometimes that's not the best time. So this time he listened to me and it's a great feeling, you know, you feel empowered.
Okay, I should have just went before Angelique. But yes, mine has to do with my husband as well. There was something that I did that he wasn't expecting, or he didn't think that I could do it, and I actually did it. And just to hear him acknowledge and be like, ooh, you did it, you got this, I'm proud of you. I was like, yes, I know, I got it. I did it. You know, it really felt good.
Yeah, that feeling is
great. When you give credit when it's due, so that would be
And you know, sometimes it's the little things. Like people think it has to be the big things, but even something small like, you know, facing your fear or feeling accomplished, doing something, it makes you feel empowered and keeps you going each and every day.
There you go. There you go.
So if you did not answer this question yet, you haven't sent in your responses, you still have time, although we probably will not be able to maybe read them on air, but still we will be able to read them. So you can go ahead and do that. But right now we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
You are watching Breaking the Silence.
How great were our guests for today? Amazing!
I think we need to replace our queen.
We need to hire her.
Yes, she was the bomb. You know what I like about this duo, this mother-daughter duo? They are breaking barriers and making a huge difference in so many people's lives. Young ones, adults, what they're doing to give back to the community. That is amazing. It is awesome. And we're definitely going to have Miss Edith back here.
Thank you so much.
She was amazing.
Miss Edith and Paige. Paige, you got to come back too. There we go. Mother, daughter, you know, from different fresh perspective. As you said, more young and old adult. So it's really important that we incorporate all of that all together. we cannot forget our lovely friend over here who won.
Congratulations to y'all.
Movie Meltdown.
Thank you. I appreciate
She cheated though.
There's always something, right?
I didn't get any wrong this time.
I know, it was
that was cool.
Verify.
Wow, that was really good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But hey, we cannot forget, and I don't know if I'm gonna be sad or excited about this, about Kings.
Yes.
King series. This airs Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, but also Saturday, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But guess what, ladies?
It's coming to
It's
an
coming
end.
to an end.
Oh,
So,
now Lori got to get a new hobby.
I do. So, well, you can still catch it, right?
Yes.
So while you can, then go ahead and
There
do
you go.
that. But again, it's coming to an end. However, I hope you enjoyed the show and also enjoyed Kings. And unfortunately, ladies, we don't have much more time.
We're gonna have
but
to
really,
say see ya.
really great. Really, really great. Thank you so much for Miss
Yes.
Edith and Paige. But now we'll have to say goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.